So what I want to do now is I want to continue with PowerPoint, but I'm going to go to the PowerPoint online version. But also like the idea of using this PowerPoint I've already started. So what I do is save this PowerPoint somewhere. What I need to do though is I haven't signed into OneDrive with this account yet, so I'll load up the File Explorer and I look for it that says OneDrive. There it's there. That's quite handy. And it's just asking for my username's email address basically. So this is just the one I'll use here. You as a student will have your own. So I'm basically going to try and attempt to sign in with OneDrive. Don't click personal, clicking work or school. And it probably at some point asks for my password at some point. There we go, passwords. All it's doing is just verifying that I am who I say I am. Shouldn't take too long. So right now it's identifying my account, trying to work out where I am. It'll probably ask me which files I want to upload. It says I've got some files I can upload. I may as well just do that anyway while we're here. May as well sync up all my files and all the different machines I'm on. Welcome to OneDrive, no thank you. So I can click away from that and that bit's gone now. What it has done though is, it tells me it's syncing the files at the moment, but it's also telling me I'm actually signed into it, so that's handy. So I'm going to close these file explorers, they're away just now. I'm going to do File, Save As, then I'm going to Browse, and inside Browse here, on this PC, there's there OneDrive. So it's from my OneDrive here. I go into the Documents folder, which I like is a good place to save things. So this is my Documents folder on my OneDrive. So that's my first presentation save. So what's happening here at this point in time is, it's basically taken this one I've made here, I've made a new copy and saved it into OneDrive. What I'll do now is, I'm going to go onto OneDrive on the internet, but I'll close down PowerPoint first. And other things I was doing. So let's find it. So it's Office 365 login as a quick way to find it. And you click in the login there. And you want to sign in. And then put your details in. And this is my work account. Save the passwords. Remember me. And you only have to do it once if it's the same computer, but I tend to switch computers a lot at work. Therefore I'm signing in once in a while. And all these demonstrations I've done it from the beginning, so you see actual sign-in process happening. So there's the PowerPoint online, so I'll click on that just now. And it recommends using these new presentations or blank ones and all the rest of it, but there, down in recent, there's my first presentation. So what I'll do is, I'm going to click on that, and it did say just now, which means it's probably uploaded properly into OneDrive now. And then we get this version of Office here instead. Sorry, Office PowerPoint instead. So let's click to see. So if you look at the both, and they look very similar. I think it's almost bang on compared to the one that was using. It was the desktop or offline version. Again, there's lots of options up here. There's the home menu. I can see things are hidden away in this one. So usually the other one had more information you could see in the bar, but in this case I've got less. I'm actually using a monitor just now, which isn't a large monitor, so I get the feeling you might actually see more yourself when you're using this. You'll see maybe more of these icons and things to click on your screen as opposed to mine. I'm just using a slightly smaller monitor here. So again, it looks very similar. I'll go to the home to see what's there. Yep, and there's the options here, adding in pictures, adding in shapes. Yep, the shapes are all there. Lots of other bits and pieces here. There are a few things I haven't covered yet as well. I can go to text box and some smart art. So what I'll do is, I'm going to make another slide first. So I can right click here, new slide. Yeah, it's there. Now if I don't like that there, I can change it obviously. If I go back to, I think it was home somewhere. In fact, no, right click. Layout, there's layout there. You can do that as well. It's everywhere, right click, click left, etc. This thing's hidden away. So I do layout, I'll pick a brand new layout and I'll pick something else. There's an interesting one there with two sort of columns. So in here, I'll just click in things that put some text in. So the first one's about me. Let's say about the college. Click to add text. The map. In fact, change it to the location. And then say an image or the building. Right, so obviously I've set myself up here to try and find some pictures. So I've got location in the buildings. What I'll do is I'll use the browser. I'll type in the college name, Dumfries, and Galloway College. There's a map already. That's interesting, isn't it? There's a little tiny map. I could see a larger map, I suppose, or I could just zoom out to see more. Yep, so there's the location of the cause there. What I can do is, now it's interesting you do this, I'm going to attempt to use a quick key. See if it works. What I've done is I've selected the Windows key, held down the Shift key and then pressed S. What it does is lets you take a screenshot of things. So what I'll do is I'll take a small screenshot of this area here, not a lot of it, just enough so that screenshot stored away there. I'm going to try something I've never tried before, and I'm going to see if there's any way of just hitting paste. It might work. It might work. There's a clipboard. Let's try paste. It says I can't do it. I have to use keys. It says try Control V. So I'll try Control V. I want to see. Yeah, it did. What's happened is because I copied this through the Edge browser, it's placed it in the clipboard, which Windows uses a lot. And because I've selected paste, it's pasted in a copy of the map. So I could just put that there if I wanted to. You know, there was a bit in there I could type into, but I don't see a point. I can just put that there instead. And a bit for the building, I'll do something very similar to that. What I'll do is look for a picture of the building. So go to images. Oh, there's a nice bright one there. Let's select that one there. Now what I could do here again is I could do that Control Shift S thing. But what I do is I think I'll just save this picture instead. I'm going to save this picture to my OneDrive. I'll just put it inside the documents folder just now. I could make a picture folder, I suppose. It's got a terrible name here, so I'll rename that to building. That's that saved there. Close that down. So I'm in here just now, and over here I can insert things. Let's see what these all mean. There's an interesting thing there. Let's see what happens. There we go. It's looking for something to insert into this. So I'll go to my OneDrive. I'll go to Documents. There's the building picture there. Let's see what happens. Ta-da! It's done it. So instead of using Control Shift S and the clipboard, I've actually inserted it using the proper options there. So there's the building, and there's the map. Obviously the sizes aren't amazing, but if you spend a bit of time on it, you could do different things to it. So that's not bad at all. Next thing to look at is in the insert menu. I want to have a quick look at Smart Art. I've seen this, I've mentioned this before, but if you want, you can really use these things quite a lot. There's hierarchy there. It's fired the hierarchy option in there. What I'll do is I'll put something in here. Let's say pass assessments and attendance, spelled properly. And I have some colours there as well, which is interesting. So if I click here, I can drag this around, I can resize it as much as I want, which is straightforward enough as well. Again, it's that nice pink colouring, because obviously that's the colour that's been used already, which isn't that bad. I quite like it myself. But when I click on it, it brings these back up here. So if you edit these, then click away, you'll see what you typed in here. So that's a sort of hierarchical kind of diagram there. And it's done quite quick. I didn't have to do much work to make that appear. So I'll move that somewhere. There you go. Again, it's doing this saving automatically, so that should obviously be saved. So when I close this down, it should work fine. So what I'll do is I'll close it just now. There you go, it's closed it there. I'm actually going to close down the Edge browser as well. And what I think I will do is I'll load up PowerPoint from the desktop or offline mode. And although that one there is the same name as that, that's the local presentation I made, it's not changed. This is the one that should be changed. And let's see what happens. There you go. So it's actually synced up with OneDrive again. So all the changes I made online, on the online version, has also been saved to the same place. Therefore the offline version has the same version as well, which is really handy.